Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen. And the grab by Croft. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. Middle. It's just me and you. 4-4 to Mike. Mike's 4-4.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Throwing on first down is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Yeldon.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Allen out of the backfield. It's T.J. Yeldon. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Yeldon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now they'll throw with Allen. He finds Yeldon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Buying time to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and a yard, Allen, man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the gun, Allen. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. Taron Johnson made the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now it's 2nd and 9.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Allen. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. That's a run.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they can get back in it in a hurry.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Allen. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 44. They go right back to Singletary. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
44.
Allen now on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Shut him down. Shut him down. Let's do this.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
6-man. Check cross.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Allen now on 1st down. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now here's Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs are... And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Come up the ball. Me. I got motion, man. Me. I got this. Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen got an open man. It's Foster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Keep playing hard.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again on second down. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, defense.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. The Chiefs